off his recent PBA playoffs win. 2021 PBA Player of the Year, Kyle Troop, along with the all-time record holder in major wins, Jason Belmonte, are here to try to win the PBA Tour Finals again. This is the Strikers Bowling Center at the beautiful Angel of the Winds Casino in Arlington, Washington, north of Seattle. It's where the PBA's best 8 bowlers over the last 2 years on the points list have assembled to bowl for big money and a place in PBA Tour history. It's the 6th annual PBA Tour Finals. The PBA Tour Finals feature 2 groups of 4 bowlers. Group 1 made up of Belmo, Australian superstar Jason Belmonte, reigning Player of the Year Kyle Troop, World Championship winner Chris Prather, and making his PBA Tour Finals debut, Tom Doherty. In Group 2, 2-time major champion this year, Anthony Simonson. 2-time winner of this event, E.J. Tackett. Former major champion, Jacob Buttriff. And TOC champion, England's Dom Barrett will compete. Positioning rounds are today. And welcome bowling fans in the Seattle area. Wow! What a crowd! What a presence! Dave Wright alongside the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. And what an event. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of bowling, starting with positioning round today.
Yeah, I mean, we're back in the Great Northwest for the first time in 18 years with the 8 best bowlers over the last 2 seasons. And listen to this crowd. And we get it started off right. Troop, Belmonte, the best 2-handers on the planet. Simonson we'll see later. We also have Chris Prather and Tom Doherty making his debut here at the Tour Finals.
Chris Prather, World Championship winner at the World Series of Bowling.
Yep.
This year, Randy, and last year was Tom Doherty who did it in Tampa.
His greatest season ever as a professional last year, winning the World Championship and another title.
Format for this great event, our field divided into 2 groups, 4 players in each group, 4 qualifying games on the first 2 shows, step ladder semifinals by a group, final match of each, a race to 2, then the final show live on CBS Sports Network, a race to 2 championship match. Simonson, our defending champion. We can't wait for bowling. Here in Arlington, Washington, PBA Tour Finals get underway with a positioning round next. Beautiful Angel of the Winds Casino and Resort, Arlington, Washington, north of Seattle. Recently renovated. Wow, fabulous facility here.
Have I told you that I've been to a few casinos in my day? I know that's hard to believe, but this place is incredible.
Enjoying our time here a lot. We'll see the bowlers. Randy will enjoy the oil conditions here. Tell us about what we're going to face.
Well, we're going to bowl on 2 paddles, but we're going to start with the Marshall Holman 38 feet, and I think to start, all 4 players are going to use urethane, and they're going to play pretty straight right around second arrow.
Time to meet the bowlers.
He rolls out of Orange, 10-pin bowl in Orange, New South Wales, Australia. The all-time major titles king, Jason Belmonte. Bowling out of Penn Station in Newton, North Carolina, the reigning PBA Player of the Year, Kyle Troop. Rolling out of Plainfield Lanes in Plainfield, Illinois, Chris Prather. He bowls out of Oakfield Lanes in Brandon, Florida, TD, Tom Doherty.
Time to bowl in Arlington, Washington. We start 9 hours of live coverage on CBS Sports Network. Positioning round, Group 1, Group 2, and then 3 shows tomorrow, the Group 1, Group 2 finals, then the championship match. They race the two of the Group 1 and 2 champs. Dave, Randy, our entire crew, great to be with you again for the PBA Tour Finals. Belmo gets us started. Back from Australia. Oh! Hey, good start for Belmo.
You watch yourself, 9-pin.
Debut PBA Tour Finals for Tom Doherty. This guy knows a thing or two about winning this event. Kyle Troop, 2020. The lead.
Hang on.
And 10-pin. The finalist last year. 9th, 10th frame roll-off final match with Anthony Simonson in suburban Detroit a year ago. Tom Doherty. All right, 4-pin for TD.
And we're going to see urethane from all 4 players early, but that may change after game 1.
Chris Prather. Great start.
Well, the reason for the urethane, Dave, is on this 38-foot pattern, they try to keep the ball in front of them, so they try to go straighter, and really the only way you can do that is with urethane. But how about this facility, these fans? We're back in the Northwest. This place, Strikers and Angel of the Winds Casino, is one of the most fantastic places I've ever been to.
How many stars for the steakhouse?
The steakhouse last night got 7 stars. The food here is absolutely phenomenal. But you know what really makes it? The staff here is incredible. Special thanks to Travis O'Neill and his great staff.
So glad to be back in the Great Northwest again on the PBA Tour. Been too long. So Belmo, second frame. 4 games of positioning round bowling here, so we'll be with you for a while. First ball to trophy raising coverage here on CBS Sports Network. So fun to see every shot of an event. The top 8 bowlers. Good start for Shark Kent. First 2 strikes. Tampa Tom Doherty. Nice shot.
4 games, total pins, 2 different patterns will determine the step ladder seeding.
Big challenge. 2 different patterns, so 2 and 2 for this show. Then our next show, live on CBS Sports Network, same deal, Group 2. Everybody bowls tomorrow. This is about positioning today for these 2 shows. Then we have step ladder bowling with a 4 from each group tomorrow. And last show to cap it off. The culmination is the championship match. And last year, it was a thriller in Allen Park, Michigan, won by Simonson over Troop in a roll-off.
And Player of the Year implications on the line for this event.
Absolutely. Including this guy, of course. Leader of the pack right now. 4 titles a major, it's Belmo. That's high. And the 3-6-10 up for Jason Belmonte. So we talked to Belmo just a few moments before the show. Randy said, sure, I'm thinking about it. I think I'm the front runner now. I agree. But Simonson, with a win here, makes it very interesting.
It sure does.
Simo has got 2 majors.
If Belmo does win Player of the Year, it'll be his 7th.
Wow.
Tying the great Walter A. Williams Jr.
For the all-time record. 7 Player of the Year winners. Amazing. Tom Doherty. Nice shot.
Guys are lighting them up early.
Did you expect high scoring on this pattern early?
I thought so, because I'm using urethane and all the players playing in the same part of the lane. I think they're going to break him down really nice.
Third for Troop. Oh, yeah.
Splinters.
Who's who in bowling over the last 2 years on the PBA Tour. It's awesome. What a display of talent.
Yeah.
I like it. The music's playing. People are talking. I mean, it's just like the qualifying or match play that you have offset, except we're showing every ball for you in this event on CBS Sports Network. 3-6-10. No worries there for Belmo. Belmo won it 2018. E.J. Tackett, who talked about, a 2-time champ. Kyle Troop won it. Jupiter, Florida, 2020, and last year, suburban Detroit, it was Simonson, which was a rematch of the 2020 final.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Chip 490, he's perfect through 4.
No bonus for positioning round 300s, by the way.
No.
But once we get into tomorrow's shows, the Group 1, Group 2 final, and of course the championship match, there would be a bonus. 300 last year, Chris Fye, PBA Tour Finals. Wow. These guys are tearing them up, Randy.
They are.
For Doherty, first for Prather. Back to the troop. There it is. Okay, there it is indeed. He's the showman of the game. Most entertaining bowler on the planet right now. And one of the best coming off the PBA playoffs win. Belmo back on American soil. He was home for about 3 weeks after he was eliminated in the PBA Tour playoffs. Lake Wales, Florida. So hard, long trip, 27 hours of total travel for Jason Belmonte. Four pin there for Prather.
So two patterns, like I mentioned. The short 38-foot pattern, that's the Marshall Holman pattern. The long pattern is the Johnny Petraglia at 46 feet. We'll see that after game 2.
Oh my goodness. 2 games short, 2 games long. He didn't like it.
No.
Could have been a lot worse, right?
Could have been a lot worse. Got it in. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of math today.
There said there wouldn't be any math, but boy, looking back at the shows last year, so let's keep track of Peyton, our scorekeeper, do an awesome job for us. Keep it all together.
I've never seen anybody work a calculator that fast.
2 clipboards, lots of scores to keep track of today for our positioning round shows.
Oh, Jason.
Belmore didn't like it, and it's high, and we've seen that leave 3-6-10.
Through the nose again on that lane for Belmonte, leaving the exact same thing, 3-6-10. Troop, there it is.
Troop, there you trip. Trip 4. Down she goes. Kyle's so fun to watch. What a great dude. 9 pin, Doherty, yes. We have not had an open frame. Great ball to start here. Mo telling us today, so happy to be back in the U.S. Couple days to recover with all that jet lag. You know about that, man. You've been in Japan, all over the world bowling. It takes a while. 3-6-10 again. He's got that. And we've got a great start here. The PBA Tour Finals, north of Seattle. 4 great bowlers on display. Group 1. Positioning round is underway. It continues next on CBS Sports Network.
And welcome back, everyone, to Strikers at Angel of the Winds Casino. Beautiful facility, great crowd. And let's talk to the #1 player in the world, Jason Belmonte. Welcome back to the U.S.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
Quick question for you before we get started again here, halfway through game 1. 4 players, urethane, pretty much in the same part of the lane. How do you anticipate transition?
Yeah, I think I'm already starting to see it. It's going to be a tricky one because you really don't know what's going to happen down lane. It's going to be a bit of a risk, but I think I'm going to move a little further right. I'm going to throw it a little firmer. I'm not having a lot of success with my slide where I am right now, so I'm going to try to get away from that spot, try something a little different, and see if I can't get a few strikes to keep up with these boys.
All right, good luck, Jason.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thanks, Belmont. Coming up next, our coverage of the 2022 PBA Tour Finals continues. 4 more players go head-to-head for a chance at Sunday's semifinal play and title match. Catch it all right here on CBS Sports Network. Barrett, Buttriff, Simo, defending champ, and E.J. Tackett, 2-time champ of this event, are in Group 2. Today's all about positioning. Our 2 pods of greatness, Randy.
Yeah, man.
Outside Seattle, including Tampa Tom Doherty out of the break. First game of 4 for each. Good shot for Doherty. He's got 4 strikes so far.
How about Group 2 with a 2-time major championship winner this season and your defending champ, Anthony Simonson?
In all, 89 combined titles, 28 majors in our field of 8, which is up from last year. It was like 64 and total title. 89 and 28 majors led by Belmont. 14, he's got a half. All-time record holder.
Incredible.
Major, it is incredible.
All right, so you heard him say he's going to move right and try to go a little straighter, a little faster.
2-7 spares for him, 3-6-10. Only bowler in the field so far as that move pays off, he strikes. Everyone else either a strike or 9 spare in the first half of game 1.
All about processing, right? There's so much processing being done with all 4 players. They're looking at their lane, they're looking at the ball reaction. Jason makes the adjustment and it pays off.
9 pin for Kyle Troop.
Man, I was just waiting for the drop of the beat. Bum, 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 bum.
Relax, having fun. It's good. Good sign.
Stop doing that.
4 pin for Tom Doherty. Told us this week, loves the idea of every shot being covered on TV. It's different. First time for him. So how would you approach this, Randy, if you were new to the PBA Tour Finals? What would your thought process be like?
Well, what we're seeing right now is basically what you would see if you were to go to a PBA event and watch qualifying. So you have 4 players going at it at the same time, but you really have to watch ball reaction and transition and stay ahead of that.
7th for Belmo, game 1. All right.
And there's his adjustment. That's why he's the #1 in the world. He makes the adjustment with total conviction. It's the only way that you can make a good shot.
Never hesitates. We read about that. Doherty completes the spare in the 7th frame. 2 games on the shorter pattern, 2 on the 46-foot pattern coming up. So 4 total games in this group or pod. Making up this show. Group 2 makes up the second live show of Cradle Strikes here on CBS Sports Network. And tomorrow it's stepladder bowling. Group 1, Group 2 champs will be determined, and then the championship match. Wrap it up. Belmo trying for a turkey. Trip 4 pin.
Great break.
'29 titles for the great Jason Belmonte, tied with Mike Albee, the legend, for 8th all time. 7th, late great Dick Weber, with 30 titles. Troop strikes again. Big numbers. First game of 4 for each of the bowlers in Group 1.
The 3 out of the 4 players are in the 220s right now. Doherty in the 2 teens. But with that strike there, obviously can get right back in it. But you want to see one of the sexiest games on tour? Watch this guy right here.
A beautiful bowler.
You could put a plate of food on his head and he wouldn't spill a drop.
Those lines are fantastic. Good shot there, 10-pin stands for Chris Praylor. What's the pressure like today, Randy, in terms of these bowlers in positioning round play?
Well, honestly, I don't really think there's a lot because you don't get eliminated. You know, if you're 3rd or 4th, you get a couple extra games on television.
Sometimes being a lower seed, especially in stepladder play, it's a 4-man stepladder, not 5. as you'd have in a standard PBA Tour national event. Can be an advantage because you're seeing the lanes transition. No strike for Kyle Troop. He's happy. Little air guitar. But he's saving the pick it out for later. Big moments where you got to pick it out for Kyle Troop. Tom, no help on the 10 pin.
Oh no.
Prather didn't like it. Okay, got enough of it. Not enough.
Belmo at 230 right now. Doherty 210 with a spare here. Troops in the 230s now. Remember, 4-game total pins determines the seeding for the stepladder finals.
Of each group, and then the 2 group winners square off for the championship. Scott Kyle Troop and Simonson had an epic battle last year in Detroit. Troop stepped up in the 10th frame of the 9th, 10th frame roll-off in the Race to 2 championship last year with Simon. Needed a double in 1, got the first, ringing 10 pin of the second, lost by a stick. And Simonson on the bench took home the title. And remember how pumped Simon was?
Yeah.
Talking to all the haters out there.
Yep.
He was jacked to get the PBA Tour final title. That was his first championship in 2 years. And now Simon's Buckler Player of the Year with this guy, Belmonte.
Great shot.
He's got 5 in a row. Got the nickel. They going here game 1 of 4. Rather didn't like it, turned away, but it strikes, so I guess that's okay.
Crazy sport, right? He aces the ring in 10, and then that one he doesn't like it, it strikes.
Give a break sometime. 10 pin there for Doherty.
That was a good one too.
Yeah, he liked that one immediately after it left his hand and it flat 10s. That's never a good sign.
Troop enters the 10th with a turkey. So a 4-bagger here. Oh yeah. Up on the 9 pin, down it goes.
Goodyear home 9 pin.
Down it goes, Randy. Pabst 6-pack alert if Belmo strikes here, wins $1,000, which he does. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly.
Grapst.
A Pabst.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. You have the best sound effects of any broadcaster in business. Prather.
Oh boy, there it is.
Don't like that much.
Yeah, and there's the transitioning of the oil being pulled down to the head pin because of the urethane bowling balls. And the players are just waiting for that to show its face. And you heard Prather right there just say, there it is. Belmonte max score 257, Doherty 218, Troop 269, Prather 228.
Okay, down goes a 10.
Hey, Washington.
The pro with a throw. Gets it done again. Belmo game 1 trying to stay hot here. Oh yeah, you bet.
Yeah, great finish for him. Keeps him within 12 of Troop. Troop strikes out.
Back to Doherty. Back to the strike. Six-pack alert again for Pabst Blue Ribbon. If he strikes here, wins $1,000. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. Kyle Troop. Oh yeah. He's got it. The Pabst six-pack alert for a second time in our first game. From just outside Seattle, Arlington, Washington, it's the PBA Tour Finals. Welcome back. PBA Tour Finals after game 1 of 4 for Group 1. Kyle Troop got the lead, 269. Belmo, 257. Prather at 228. And TD Tom Doherty, 218. Game 1 of 4, Randy.
Yeah, let's go to Tom now. Tom, 218 the first game, some big scores by Belmo and Troop. What do you do differently here in game 2 to get back into this?
Well, I think my ball was just burning up a little bit, and I was starting to leave that weak 10 pin. So I'm going to have to manipulate the urethane ball a little bit, maybe give it a little bit of air and try to get it to store a little bit of energy, get through the pins like these young high rev rate guys. So I'm going to give it a shot.
All right, Tom, thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Thanks, Tommy. Tonight, 7 Eastern, get ready for a show-stopping event at CBS Sports Network. Brings you the second American Cornhole League Pro Shootout of the season. Fierce competition, over $20,000 payouts. Won't miss a minute of the action right here on CBS Sports Network.
You ever play cornhole?
Sure, many times.
Yeah, I played it. Last time I played it, I got so frustrated, I threw one of the sacks into the lake.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the game ended quickly.
That sounds like me at the golf course.
Yeah.
You've seen that act before, sadly. Here's Prather starting the second game.
I've seen that act before, yeah.
A 9-pin. A couple of rage wedge shots. Maybe. Just maybe.
Yeah. You normally don't hit sand wedge 175 yards unless you're in a greenside bunker.
Doherty starts off game 2. See if he, oh boy, not what he wanted at all. 2-8-10 there.
Again, no one eliminated, though.
That's the good news.
4 games, two games on 2 different oil patterns. The Marshall Holman 38 feet and the Johnny Petraglia at 46.
First ball, game 2, Kyle Troop. All right. Coming off the 269, the game 1 leader, but we have 4 games here in Group 1. Same in Group 2, that's our second show tonight on CBS Sports Network. And tomorrow, Group 1 and Group 2 finals. It'll be step ladders, 4 bowlers each. Championship match is the last show of this great event Sunday night.
You know what else Kyle Troop's coming off of?
What's that?
A ton of confidence after winning the playoffs and saving his season.
Prather. Got it. 9-pin. That's exactly what Kyle talked to us about, Randy, this week, leading up to the event. Just his confidence was back. It felt so good to win again. Start to doubt yourself a little bit. Coming off Player of the Year, no wins. Game changer.
I mean, easy to do when you make almost $500,000, and then, you know, just some struggles. He was close all year, but never really got over the hump until the playoffs where he defended.
He told us this week he loves the fans being here for all the positioning round action we're seeing today, because this guy, just like Dad Guppy, is a showman. He thrives off the crowd. Shots like that. And the fact he's made the last 2 final rounds. He won it in 2020, as he said to us this week. That's another big confidence boost.
Yep.
Entering play here today. This guy's won it all. 2018, one of his 29 career PBA Tour titles. 14 majors, including this year. At the players. Belmo.
Sometimes greater is greater, and you heard him say it in game 1, the adjustment he was going to make, and it worked perfectly. He hasn't missed since.
That could have been a lot worse. Just a 2-pin. Stand for Chris Prather. A spare in his first frame. Only open we've had so far. That was Tom Doherty's first frame of game 2. Four titles, 1 major. Long, outstanding career for TD. 7-pin.
Unlucky.
Group 2, Simonson defending champion, Tackett, Buttroff, and Barrett. So 1 lefty, who had 1 last year, 2-hander and Jesper Svensson.
I'm not on this lane. That's why I'm not up.
269, the number there you see next to Kyle Troop. That was his game 1 score. He was the leader Belmo 257, Prather 228, Doherty 218
Frame
after
one,
the first of 4
frame
games.
two.
Did I start on the right lane? I did.
Let's get the order right here, fellas. We're good, right?
My third frame is going to be on the right lane.
It's all good, Randy, right?
A little confusion.
Okay.
He started on the right lane, and it's frame 3, so he's got to be back up on the right lane. Those yellow numbers next to the players' names is game 1 scores.
Doherty, 7-pin, got that. His second frame of game 2. 2 games on the 38-foot Pullman pattern. 2 games on the 46-foot Petraglia pattern for all the bowlers with the same format for Group 2. Our next show here on CBS Sports Network. True.
Country Stone!
North Carolina feels right at home with the music playing right now, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Did you make mention of the fact that the players have switched pairs? So
Not yet.
So
but
remember,
go ahead.
Remember, Belmonte was on the left pair game 1. Now he's on the right pair.
They didn't like it at all. Barnes got Brooklyn strike. He likes that.
Yeah, he
Next
likes.
stop, Brownsburg.
Yeah, he likes that, but his opponents don't like that.
No. House pure. Chris Prather, as you know, Randy, from getting to know this guy over the years, great success. Loves home projects. He's a big DIY guy. There's a dirty strike, he's bumped. So he and his wife back in suburban Chicago working on some really cool garden boxes. Show some pictures around the back porch. Like, it looks professional, like it was done by a major contractor who does really good work.
Yeah, rumor has it he's real handy.
Yeah, super.
You know what else he's good at?
What's
Winning big money
Yes,
tournaments.
lots of money.
You know what? Kyle Troop's got his groove back.
He's got swag on, doesn't he? I'm with you, bud.
Yeah, he really does.
The reason I bring that up about Prather, he said to us, you know, every time the playoffs end, in between the playoffs and the PBA Tour Finals, that's what I'm doing physically. I'm practicing, yes, but I'm doing a lot of stuff around the house, heavy lifting, construction, and it's hard work on his body. It's not what he does during the PBA Tour season until that point. So physically, things are a little different for Prather, and he's hoping that with his practice sessions toward the end of his time before he came from Chicago out here in Seattle, get himself back in the groove. We'll see.
Yeah, another Brooklyn for Belmonte, by the way.
All right.
That's something you don't see every day.
No.
Jason Belmonte throwing back-to-back Brooklyns. Now, he did stick, and that caused him to tug it, but, yeah, gave the other 3 players a look. Doherty playing farther right than 80 players played today on that right lane.
First 4 for Troop, first 4 for Belmo. They were the top 2 after game 1, 269, 257 the scores for 2 prior champs of this event. Only 2 have won it in Group 1. Kyle Troop.
Didn't like it.
Do the Belmo.
2-4.
Get a Belmo. A little fast on that shot. Comes up light. 2-4.
Belmo looks for nickel here after the back-to-back Brooklyns. Open for the front 5. Game 2. Belmo, yeah. 5 up, 5 down. That was better.
Much.
Prather liked it. That's why. That was sweet. What a shot. Here are the 1-3 pocket. I'm envious of Prather's ability to DIY stuff.
Yeah, that's.
I can get a screwdriver, but actually operating it.
God damn it.
Yeah, I just look for people to hire.
2-4, no problem there for Kyle Troop.
I can handle the telestrator, but after that, I'm not much good.
You're a whiz on that, man. Doherty. Oh, yeah. One open, that was Tom Doherty beginning game two. Otherwise, Randy, we've seen some great bowling here.
We sure have. Jason Belmonte taking full advantage of a couple of Brooklyns and looking to capture the lead after game two. Lots more to come here from the great state of Washington. Welcome back, everyone, to Strikers. We're in the great Northwest at the beautiful Angel of the Winds Casino. Let's go down to the floor and Kyle Troop. Kyle, great opening game there, 269 and a great start to game two. But did you have any comments or words for Belmonte after his back-to-back Brooklyns?
I mean, it's just crazy. If Elmo was a lucky bowler, he'd have even more titles right now. So, you know, hey, we're just going to try and keep up with him. We got 5 more shots in this pattern, then move on to the next.
All right, Kyle, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, here at the Angel of the Winds Casino in Washington, we have live odds here. So on the grounds, you can place a bet, and here are the odds currently. Randy, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't bet. I mean, look who the favorite is. I mean, Belmonte is your favorite, and that makes sense. EJ, I mean, any of these players can win, though. I mean, these are 8 of the best players on the planet for the last 2 seasons. I mean, anyone can win.
All in one bowling center. Could be better. Top 8 points last 2 years combined. 2021, 2022 are here under one roof. And this guy won it all 2 years ago in Florida. Kyle Troop. Oh, yeah. Just fine out of the break. Thank you. Rack here for Belmo.
All right, so Belmo's already gotten a 6-pack,
Right.
but he can't get another one this year. But he can still get 6 in a row, and we can still kind of call it.
I mean, you can do your sound effects. I think you should.
Just he's, you know.
I'll try. Does it count if it's Brooklyn?
Yeah, yes, it does.
All right, looks for half a dozen. Belmo, yeah. All right.
Crack open another 6-pack.
I thought in talking to Belmo when we saw him at practice yesterday, he just seemed so focused, so ready, locked in mentally.
When is he not?
Yeah.
Hit it, hit it. Had a lot of company, but no help on the 9.
Prather trying for a 4-bagger in the 6th. Back to Doherty. The 6th frame. Come on. Good love on the 10 pin.
Right now, it looks like it's all Troop and Belmonte.
Going to be that way through 2, it appears. That's halfway, but we switched lane conditions going to 46 feet for the second 2 games.
And isn't it interesting that those top 2 players that I just mentioned don't use their thumb? The other 2 players, well, Doherty doesn't use his thumb. It's a little more conventional of a style, one-handed, and then Prather using his thumb.
And that's interesting because?
Well, it just kind of sends a message, doesn't it, that power reigns supreme, right? More power when you don't use your thumb.
Another one for Troop. Belmo's son, Bowie, as in David Bowie, but not named after David Bowie, he told us, turns 1 in a couple days. Happy birthday, Bowie.
Yeah,
Down
man.
under.
Pretty cool.
Orange, New South Wales, Australia. A long trip, 27 hours of total travel. Trying to make it pay off to win his 2nd career PBA Tour Finals title.
You know how many in a row that is?
Wow, 7.
Yeah.
7th heaven. Shedeur looks good. His 7th frame. Doherty. Van Temple, good shot.
Can't get anything going. It's all Belmonte and Troop.
Ten pin there for TD.
Big shot here for Prather to get back in this. Working on a strike. Hates it.
4 pin.
Now this guy Belmonte getting up over here on this right pair left lane. He's got 14 in a row.
Oh my goodness.
Stemming from the last game.
I guess he's locked in off the long trip from a strike. He told us this week frustrated that he didn't win the PBA playoffs. Early exit by his standards.
He got
shot.
He got snuffed out by his tour roommate O'Neal.
Best buddy. So the 14 in a row strike streak ends there for Belmo. Over games 1 and 2 of 4 games of position round play. All 4 bowlers back tomorrow.
You know what they call it when you throw 12 strikes in a row over 2 games?
What is it called?
An Andy Varapapa 300.
12 total. Because
over 2 games.
Right, 2 games. Doherty strike. Troop, his foundation frame here, tries for the 4-back. His first game score, 269 to lead the pack of 4 here in Group 1. Another one.
Just like his dad got.
Oh, he's so much fun. So we talked to him this week on the Zoom, and Kyle was being driven around by Guppy. And he said, yeah, I'm getting a ride here. Gupp just got his nails done, a little pedicure. It's Uber Guppy. Or a Guppy Uber. It was great. You should have seen Guppy's sunglasses. Epic.
Oh, I'm
As
sure.
you might imagine. Oh,
Sweet. What the hell, man?
2-7. Good drive for 5 in a row here. Begin the 10th frame. Second game of positioning, qualifying of 4. In between the second and third games, a real well for the 46-foot pattern. Troop, there it is, stays hot. 5 in a row. Oh, come on, 10 pin, come on!
Vicious messenger in front. Yeah, and that's how Prather's going to get back in this. Game 3 and 4, different pattern, long pattern. The Petraglia of 46 feet. A lot of things are going to change. Equipment, alignment, angles.
Nice 2-7 baby split conversion there for Doherty. Troop 10th frame. Oh, no, down goes a 4-pin. Down it goes.
That puts him in the 270s.
Wow.
He is going to be your leader after 2 games.
looking ahead to game 3, but with a new lane condition, they'll go to 46 feet. Lots of changes for the bowlers for games 3 and 4. It's the Group 1 positioning round. Group 2 is next on CBS Sports Network. 9 hours, live coverage. PBA Tour Finals again this year. Leading up to the championship match tomorrow night. This man can bowl. Kyle Troup. 278 game 2 score. After the 269 in game 1.
Obviously really good on this shorter pattern. Man.
Prather after Belmo. He didn't like it. Nope. Repin up.
Tommy really struggling. Good finish for Prather, 237. 2 more games left, different pattern, lots can happen.
Tenth frame, Belmo. Oh yeah.
Yeah, keeps in it.
Score.
260s for Jason Belmonte. He'll only be about 20 plus behind Troup. With a strike here, just 22 behind Kyle.
Belmo wraps up game 2. With that shot. 268 off the 257 in game 1. Oil change to the 46-foot Petraglia pattern for games 3 and 4 on the way. Back in the PBA Tour Finals. Outside Seattle, 2 games. Down 2 games to go. Group 1 positioning round. Time for the satisfying moment of the match. Sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. Oh, little help. Little help for Kyle Troup. Troup. There it is. Always fun to watch. Fun to watch the first 2 games to be sure. All right, Randy, check out the standings. And we saw that Kyle Troup's off to a tremendous start with Jason Belmonte not far behind him. No real big surprise right through the first 2. There we go, 547 for KT and Belmo at 525.
Well, I mean, anytime you average just south of 274 for 2 games, you got to expect to have the lead. But like you said, Belmonte right there. Prather, 82 back, and then obviously a big hill for Tom Doherty to climb. But lots of changes that are coming with this new pattern, the long Petraglia 46-footer.
From 38 to 46 feet. That's a big change. So what are some of the main things, if you're thinking about Kyle Troup, he's going to try to adjust to, going to the longer pattern for the last 2 games of positioning play?
Well, everything's going to change for all the players. I mean, the equipment's going to change, the line, the angles, everything's going to change. Ball speed, how much rotation they put on it, everything changes with these next 2 games.
All right, so re-oiling now here outside Seattle. Looking forward to the second 2 games of this positioning round for our Group 1. We'll talk to some of these great bowlers in a moment. PBA Tour Finals roll on here on CBS Sports Network. Group 1 positioning round halfway through. The leader, Kyle Troup, with a 547 total pinfall, followed by Belmo, Prather, and Tom Doherty. Randy has some of the bowlers lane level.
All right, Dave, thanks. Some of of the greatest bowling we've seen in a long time, and two of the greatest players on the tour. Chris, we'll start with you. Lots are going to change now. We're going from the short pattern to the long pattern. Take us through all of the changes and adjustments you have to make in these next two games.
Luckily for me, it's not going to be too much ball speed, but it's definitely going to be angles through the front, ball selection, rotation with my hand. Definitely where I'm playing out on the lane and just trying to control the pocket.
How do you get back in this?
Trip some more 4-pins, maybe messenger. I don't throw a lot of those, but definitely trip some more 4-pins.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Good luck. Jason, some great bowling by Kyle. You hung in there. You're only 22 back. What changes for you on this long pattern?
Yeah, I mean, everything that Chris just said, plus I think I'm going to probably slow down my speed a little bit. I'm not entirely sure if I want to hook it a lot or a little bit. So these practice shots are going to determine what part of the lane I'm going to play.
And typically the shorter pattern has always kind of been your nemesis. And, man, you really did a great job on that. What was the secret for you to do what you did on the shorter pattern?
Yeah, well, I wanted to curve it a little bit. And when you spoke to me in that first game, for me, there was just a little bit of this attacky spot on the approach, and it just cut everything short. So I went a little further right, sped it up. And honestly, I caught a couple of pretty fortuitous breaks. I know Kyle wasn't too happy about that, but I did leave a 10-pin.
Yeah.
So it's even, I think.
Yeah, and once you made that adjustment, that move, you threw 14 in a row.
Yeah, and, you know, I was really watching the guys to my right a little bit, and even Tom, just, you know, they definitely weren't having any issues with their slide a little further right, and the way the ball was going through the pins, it looked pretty good, so it was a good move. You know, not all of them worked, but that one did.
All right, hey, man, thanks for your time. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, Bilbo. 257 and 268 games, a 525 total pinfalls. Rennie said 22 back from Kyle Troop, our leader. Halfway home, positioning round, Group 1. Great crowd, great atmosphere. Arlington, Washington, north of Seattle. Angel of the Winds Casino and Resort, fabulous facility. Standings Randy through two, but new lane conditions are coming. Kyle Troop, 547 total pinfall, 2 games. Belmont, 525. His games were 257 and 268. Prather got better in game 2, but Tom Doherty struggling. Got to right the ship here in games 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big hill to climb for Tom, but Kyle Troop and Jason Belmonte just ran him over. Take a look at the giant Petraglia, 46 feet in length. And you heard in our interview with Jason Belmonte, he's going to curve it. So look for the players to play deeper inside part of the lane, use reactive resin equipment, and really create some more shape down lane.
Some practice here. We are going through the re-oil and practice between the 2 lane conditions. Dual oil patterns here, so challenging for our great PBA bowlers. Again, it's a top 8 over the last 2 years. Points list on the PBA Tour. To make it here, it's tough.
You know, you would think that it's real challenging, but at this level, these guys are so good. It's all a question of whether or not the player matches up to the pattern. It's not that they don't know how to go from one to the other. It's whether or not they match up.
So on the grounds here at the casino, you can bet on the proceedings, and Belmo is still a favorite, as you might imagine. EJ Tackett, 2-time winner of this event at plus 325. Simo plus 375. He's our defending champ. We'll see Anthony Simonson later in Group 2 positioning round. Everybody is back tomorrow. Step ladder with 4 bowlers, each group champion determined, and then eventually the last show on CBS Sports Network will wrap it all up. And we will crown a champion here in Greater Seattle. First ball of the trophy raising coverage.
What's the name of the facility here? What's the name of it?
Strikers.
No.
Angel of the Winds.
Have I told you how awesome this place is?
Yes, you have. A few times. You can say it again.
Amazing.
My first time here. Can't wait to come back.
Some of the best food.
I had the Asian fusion last night. It was outstanding. I know you had the steak. Loved it.
I went to the steakhouse last night, and I think it's called Whiskey's, and one of the best steaks I've ever had. Whiskey Prime.
I'm headed there tonight.
You have to.
So your recommendation
You
would
have
be
to.
the special?
I had the special last night. It was like an outside cut of ribeye. It was to die for.
Final practice shots here after the re-oil, and we'll have some great bowling coming up. Troop, Belmo, Prather, Doherty. In that order after game 1 and game 2. Troop threw a 269, then a 278. Belmo we talked about 257, 268. Prather 228, 237, and TD 218 and 196. The 2-game scores so far.
See how deep the players are just in practice. And I think there's a great question to be brought up. What's the scoring pace going to be like?
It was high in the first 2 games with a shorter 38-foot pattern, to be sure. How about 46? We'll have to find out. Jimmy Callahan to a red. Kyle Troop talking things over. Again, a reminder on our format, our field divided into 2 groups, 1 and 2. These are the top 8 players, PBA Tour points list over the last 2 years for position, round, or qualifying games. Everybody is back tomorrow for stepladder bowling. 4 bowler stepladder shows tomorrow leading up to the championship match, which is a race to 2. The last 2 years have gone to a 9/10 frame roll-off. The last 2 years have been Simonson Troop. 2020 won by the Pro with the Flow, and last year Simo took it. Here we go. Games 3 and 4. And Randy, what I love about this event so much is we cover every ball and we're watching practice. I mean, it's not like your standard 5-player stepladder show. It's so cool. See it all here. Unfold live. And a great shot for Doherty.
46 feet in length, this pattern. You can see just how late that ball reaction is. Remember, the lane's only 60 feet long.
Prather gets going game 3. That's a high. Oh, pays the price. 3, 6, 7, 10. Belmo, as Randy talked about, gave his interview with the 2-hander from down under. 14 strikes in a row. His first shot, game 3. Nice.
That's dirty.
Woo. That's good.
Any way you shake it, it's dirty.
Our leader, Kyle Troop. Oh, no. It's high. He pays the price for 6, 7.
I think one of the coolest things for our viewers, though, is how much different the ball reaction is, the lane play is, with the 2 different patterns. And we're talking 8 feet in length difference. And you can see just how different the lanes become, how much deeper the players are playing, the different equipment.
So back-to-back opens, again in the 38-foot pattern. We had 1 open total the first 2 games. That was Tom Doherty. Beginning game 2. So to begin game 3, 2 opens. Interesting. Belmo. 6-10.
Looks slow.
Come on.
This guy's one of the best deep inside players on tour. Chris Prather.
That looked good. Not what a ball reaction. First strike of game 3 for him. The number in yellow there to the right of the player's name is total pinfall through 2 games. Troop the leader through 2. Belmo number 2. As his mark stays clean.
Damn corner.
Wow, back-to-back high shots for Troop. Typically when that happens, it's not the player being afraid to get the ball to the right. Tom Doherty using 2 different bowling balls.
Good start, game 3 for him. Wow. He's blitzing a rack, crushes the 1-3 pocket. I don't know if you like that ball. Looking to his tour rep there. He was right a moment ago.
Yeah, he's going to change balls.
So Doherty's off to the best start here in game 3. New lane conditions, Belmo. Oh yeah.
Well, and again, we talked about the change in hole patterns. Through 2 games and 4 players on the first pattern, we only had 1 open frame. We've already had 2 through 2.5 frames.
Change, right? All right, here's Prather. Oh, and wow. Jose Bryce again.
That's 4 through the middle. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10.
That's a lot. That's a mess. That's a lot standing. Doherty's locked in though. Can he continue? You better believe it. Wow. Front 4 TD. 60 feet to success. The man is back. Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
Ball
he's locked in right now.
Ball change for Troop.
All right. Not the shot he wanted there, 10 pin.
Sucks. Again, it's all about matching up to the pattern, right? The adjustments that are made, the equipment that's thrown, ball speed, rotation, angles. You got to be able to do it all on all patterns.
Belmo, 525 score. Total pinfall through 2 games. Oh, no. It's high, it's a miss. 4, 6, 7. Lots of splits here, lots of trouble. And Prather has another open.
Back-to-back high hits for Belmonte on that left lane. And all of a sudden, the top 2 players are kind of slowing down a bit.
Wow. Bottom's falling out for Prather. 2 or 3 opens. Troop opened the game with an open. Of the 4, 6, 7. Could not get the 7 pin down. Belmo, top split. No. The hottest player in game 3 is this guy, Tom Doherty. First 4. Trying for the front 5. This is the Pabst Blue Ribbon beer frame. Perhaps a Pabst today, and please drink responsibly. Tom Doherty. And come on. Not having the 10 pin there.
Yeah, great break there, tripping the 2-8 out.
Someone tell the cameraman to stop moving all over the place. The guy taking pictures.
Beer frame sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Prather didn't like it, turned away. Well, good shot. It tends to do that though, right? It turns away sometimes. It turns out to be just okay. Fine.
It's perfect. He hated it, and it ended up in a perfect spot.
5th for Belmo, coming off his first open of this event. Wow, that's a recovery. And then some.
Yeah, you heard him the shot before we went high. He said, I got to cut the angle down. Oh, my.
That looked like a mess, and it turned out to be great.
Tripped the 4-6.
Wow.
Little Cobra Kai on the 4-6 for Kyle Troop.
Back to Shark Kent. Strike in the 5th frame for Prather. Wow. Fifth for Troop. Our leader. After 2 games, but it takes 4 games. Way high. Got a little help. And 3-6 up for Kyle Troop here.
Kyle's got to amp up the speed to hold that line. He's had 1, 2, 3 shots high through 5 frames.
Covers, has his mark. Halfway home, game 3, 4-game positioning round for Group 1. Group 2 is next, our next show on CBS Sports Network. Who takes the top seed for Group 1? Let's find out from just outside Seattle.
And welcome back to the Great Northwest. We're at Strikers at the beautiful Angel of the Winds Casino. And you know what we're going to do right now, Dave?
What's that?
We're going to go down and talk to that man, Kyle Troop. Hey, Kyle, Randy, and Dave in the booth here. So good on that short pattern, but a lot's changed since. What adjustments do you have to make to start striking on the longer pattern?
Well, Randy, it's kind of tough. We went with the game plan, only getting 2 shots on each lane before we start. Obviously, that didn't quite work out. Trying to play a little too straight, probably going to ball back up, get a little further left, join the party with these guys, and hopefully change the angle, get a little comfortable right now, but no panic yet.
All right, man, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle. Thanks so much for the time. Subscribe to the PBA YouTube channel for classic telecast, tournament highlights, and exclusive content like the Kia post show. Go to youtube.com/PBA to subscribe to the biggest bowling channel on YouTube.
Those guys in the background are drinking the wrong beer. Just saying.
PB Army. Belmo starts us off out of the break. Resuming game 3 with a strike.
Yeah, he's amped up the speed now, and he's trying to decrease angle. It's the only way you can do it. Another ball change for Kyle Troop.
His 6th frame. Going right at it, and it's right through the nose. 46, 9, 10. Lotta. Already have the front 4. A spare in the 5th. Out of the break, his first shot, he didn't like it. Turned away. Almost went Brooklyn and leaves the 5 pin.
Oh, shit.
Hands up. Hands up. 5 pin. Prater. Come on. Avoids a split. 4 pin.
Guys are really struggling to get a consistent ball reaction to the pocket, with the exception of Doherty early, and now Belmonte seems to have found it a little bit later.
Yes. He's got the 5 pin to go with that, so he's not to buy everyone a beer. Hands are up there. Lots of PBRs.
I'm sure Paps would have helped him out if he had for that.
Kyle Troop does not cover everything, and he's got an open. His 2nd of game 3. Even Belmo had an open frame in the 4th.
Yeah, everyone but Doherty with an open.
And he had the only open of the first 2 games, right? Total. Yep. All right, so Belmo. Tap on the 10, down it goes, down it goes.
Ten pin looked like it got assaulted there.
Prater struggling here in game 3 to be sure. Does have the spare in his 6th frame.
I think I'm gonna be ready.
Re-rack here for Tom Doherty. He's thinking over a little longer. Approaching his 7th frame.
Hear that music?
Yeah.
That song? How?
Love the music playing during our positioning round. Tom Doherty loves that shot. The open frame. Leader after 2 games, but it takes 4 games to be the Group 1 leader. Everyone back tomorrow. 3 shows on CBS Sports Network leading up to the championship. The final show will be the Group 1 and Group 2 winner in a race-to-2 format.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. What's going on here? What's going on, Randy?
Missed the head pin left.
Way off.
You know how often you see a professional do that?
Rarely.
Never?
Rarely. Prater. All right.
Like that one.
Already just a 196 game in game 2. Wanted that one. Got the 7 pin. Troop works on a strike. His 8th frame. Our leader after 2 games. Whoa! What is going on?
This is messy.
For 6-10, it is messy. Bowlers are struggling right now.
Great cover there, though.
Single pin spare conversion, no worries there for Doherty.
Kyle Troop's lead is gone.
Are we going to fix it or leave it?
Game changed. In game 3, new oil conditions and new ball game here.
Oh, is it?
I don't know, they're doing my spare, so it makes sense.
Lots of cover here for Troop, and is not successful. 6-10 stand for Kyle Troop. That is his 3rd open frame of game 3. He was clean, he was outstanding with 269, 278 scores in the first 2 games, a 547 total pinfall to be our leader after 2. That is going to change here. Big time. Almost total pinfall, 525 after 2 games, 257, 268 scores. That's a lot better, but it's a ring and 10 pin.
So if you're wondering what the delay was with Prather, there's actually a cable hanging off of the ceiling down lane. Yep, there it is.
Come on. It's moving around, which, as you can imagine, will be pretty distracting to the bowlers. Tom Doherty steps up and strikes. Foundation frame strike for him. Prather covers. Belmo, 10 pin. Troop open frames 1st, 6th, and 8th. Really changed the complexion of this one. Turn away from that one, and a 9-pin stands almost going to Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's really lost. He's not matched up well. He's gone through enough bowling balls to create a really nice arsenal, and he's really kind of fooled. Doesn't know what to do.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
And look who's back to the party.
Oh, yeah. Tampa Tom's back to the party, Randy. A rally here in game 3 after facing a big deficit. He was not lined up well. Only a 414 total pinfall from 2 games. That's changed dramatically in the 3rd game. Belmo's open came in the 4th frame. 7 spare, 9 spare the last 2. Opens up the 10th frame. That's a split. Here's a 10 pin.
Right now, out of the 4 players, Tom Doherty has the best ball reaction, and he's the player that had the worst ball reaction on the short pattern.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, me too. Okay, he's getting jacked up here. The crowd's behind Tom Doherty as well. Wow. He's done a 180 here in game 3. Prather, some loft.
Oh, what a hand.
Punch. Tattoos the 1-3 pocket. Spins had no chance.
So after games of 257 and 268 for Belmonte, if he strikes, he shoots 201.
Oh. New lane conditions to the game. That's high. And Troop is just desperate for answers here in the third game. Tom Doherty is rocking and rolling. 2:48 game for Doherty in game 3 on the new lane conditions. 9-pin there for Prather.
Kidding me?
Good shot. 218, 196 scores. Doherty flips the script with a 248 game 3. 4 games were shown for him. Flip 10-pin.
Another
Nice.
assault on the 10-pin.
Going to be the play.
Wow. Troop score is remarkable. Three games complete. And Tom Doherty's turned things around here. 2:48 game in game 3. More on the way. Back here outside Seattle, Angel of the Winds Casino, Arlington, Washington. 3 games complete, new lane conditions, and a new storyline. Some shocking results in the third game. First, our Spare the Game, sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will. 8th frame, Randy, it's Belmo. With a nice cover.
Yeah,
nice spare.
Something you see every day, said nobody. Right-hander converting the 139. The standings have changed.
Have they ever?
Things have gotten quite interesting.
Running away with things, but now Belmo's your leader, 796 through 3 games.
726.
Okay, 726. We'll get the scores right. Troop now at 692. Prather and Doherty have flipped spots. Tom Doherty, the 248 game in game 3. Tremendous change with the longer oil pattern. 46-foot pattern. Different game, different results. And that comes in high, leaves a 6-pin for Troop beginning 4th game.
Same results.
Yeah.
Going through the nose just about every shot for Kyle Troop on this pattern.
Almost starts his 4th game.
Oh,
9-pin.
Ball goes right by the 9-pin. They're going with some loft now, Dave.
You like that? We saw at the end of the 3rd game with him.
I like pretty much anything he does.
Yeah. This guy. Rob Doherty's turned things around.
He's only 64 pins out of the lead.
How about that?
He was 133 behind Kyle Troop after 2 games.
Amazing. Amazing.
He's only 30 back to Kyle now. Remember the last couple of years we had bonus pins. None of that's in play.
Not this year. 9 spare Belmo to begin the 4th game. Positioning round for the Group 1 final tomorrow. See on CBS Sports Network. Group 1 final, Group 2 final, championship match. All live coverage tomorrow for you. And a balk there for Prather. He'll reset. Something down late he didn't like.
There was some noise in the stands. No big deal, just reset.
.228, 237, 193 games. Prather so far. Strikes to start the 4th. All 4 bowlers back tomorrow. Step ladder with 4 contestants, not 5, as you see on the standard PBA National TV show.
Is it possible that Kyle could go from 1st to 4th?
Yes, it's possible.
No.
Part of what makes this
No
event so
way.
cool. I mean, dual patterns, Randy.
No way.
Got to adjust. Darting. Wow. Oh, my. Oh, baby. Crunches the 1-3 pocket. Shrapnel remaining. Just splinters. After that big shot from TD. And Troop bounces back.
That's better.
Doherty's got to look now. Wow. Watch out for Tampa Tom. Second for Belmont, fourth game. Gets them all.
Yeah, all he needed it to hold, and it did.
On both lines.
Loft continues. Prater. How about some help on the 9-pin? Down it goes.
There you go. Oh, break finally. Left. Yep. Left the whole way. Left of target.
Back to Troop. Whoa. Good shot,
That's a
Tampa.
Belmont ball.
I think he's waiting for Kyle to shoot a spare. Nope. All right, he's going to go.
There's a fan down lane moving a little bit. Getting to a seat. Bubba waits and delivers.
Great shot.
They liked it for good reason. Lead after 3 games. Number 1 ranked player in the world. Spare for Troop. Back to Doherty. Conversion there for Tom Doherty. Rather perfect 2-3. High 6-10.
Should just fucking waited.
Our apologies.
Apologies for the language there from Chris.
Needs
Looks
hold.
for another. Oh, it did, baby. Whoa. Those pins just drop into the pit. Fourth for Troop. Yes.
Got a little better look on that left fair.
Darting. Continues his excellence in the 4th game. Strikes in 3 or 4 frames for TD so far. Taylor takes care of business with a mark. All 3 months in the U.S. Majority of the PBA Tour. 6 weeks at home. Back from Australia this week. There's a 4-pin to deal with here.
Oh, these approaches will be the death of me.
Big headline with him. If Anthony Simonson defends his title and wins again, would that put Simo in the lead in the voters' minds for Player of the Year? Troop feels better.
Troop's not dead yet.
That's got to hook a lot. Ah, dang it. God.
pin for Tom Doherty. Didn't hook enough. Prather, feeling it.
Big loft. Got some airtime there. This is getting real interesting.
It's always fun. Getting games 3 and 4. It's crunch time, especially here in the 4th game.
He's having a heck of a time with the approaches, and I don't really see that happening with the other 3 players, so I'm not really sure why. Still Belmonte right now, but don't count that man out, and Tom Doherty still has a lot of life.
Weekdays at 3 Eastern, spend your afternoons with one of your favorite dynamic duos as they sound off on the hottest sports topics and viral moments across the nation. Watch Maggie and Perloff right here on CBS Sports Network. Resuming Game 4, Group 1 positioning round play. All getting set for the 4-bowler stepladder tomorrow. We have the Group 1 champion. Eventually, that bowler will take on the Group 2 champion. Our last show tomorrow evening to wrap up the PBA Tour Finals. Prather, good start.
Well, I'm not really sure I would say good start. That was Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, lucky start. How's that?
How about great break? It's all right. Belmont had a couple, right?
Back-to-back Brooklyns.
Well, it happens to the best of them. Kyle Troop's looking like he's feeling a bit more comfortable now. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Don't count him out yet.
Belmont the leader, 7-26. Total pinfall after 3 games. Able to leapfrog Kyle Troop after the 3rd game. Troop had been the leader through games 1 and 2.
Uh-oh. Stuck again. Look down at the floor at the approach. Just having a heck of a time with his slide.
Footwork issues for the world's top-ranked bowler. Prather, wow, that thing was lofted way down there. That strikes again.
You do it all, that guy. Got so much game.
Turkey for Prather, strikes in frames 5 through 7. Belmo, 6-10, got that, has his spare in the 6th frame.
Get another one.
The beauty of the shoes in 2022 is all the soles and heels are interchangeable, so you can adjust shoes to the approaches.
Troop tries for a 4-bagger here, partner, and leaves a 4-pin.
You know, it's not just changing bowling balls, it's adjusting shoes based on the surface, based on the part of the country you're bowling in, humidity in the building.
So many factors.
I gave it a little more.
Doherty, yeah.
Gave that one a little more.
Spare in the 7th for Troop. Belmont trying to hang on to this lead and be the top seed. Just have to win 1 match tomorrow. Stepladder bowling, Group 1 finals. Great look at the approach. Not a great result.
They're getting
Wow.
worse out there.
2, 4, 8, 10.
They're getting worse.
It's very interesting because it seems like it's only bad for one person, and that's Belmo.
Prather. Go. Didn't like it for a good reason. Wow.
They're hooking so much.
Jeez.
Tough lead, tough conversion for world's #1 player. Only gets an 8-pin count. Loses in count.
Quite enough.
8-10 stand. First open for anyone in the 4th game. True.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good.
Just when we all thought he was left for dead, right? Right back in it.
We've seen quite a few scripts flipped here so far in Group 1. Been interesting to watch. That's a tough 8-10.
I mean, it just like that. Kyle Troop is right there and looking to overtake Belmonte for the #1 seed. It was just a while ago when I said, is Troop going to go from 1st to 4th?
Jordan misses both. Try for a really tough split conversion. So back and forth here we go with Troop. Ninth for Troop, game 4. Oh, yes. Back on fire. There's Mr. Kyle Troop.
Talk about bouncing back. Wow. What a comeback for Kyle Troop. Looks like Belmonte may have changed balls. Yeah, different line, different ball. Are you kidding me? Swishing 6-pin.
Darty. Perfect shot.
Well, max score for Doherty, 222. Belmonte can still shoot 231. Kyle Troop, 249. Belmo, if he shoots 220, he locks up the #1 seed. No matter what Kyle does. Yeah, it's a big change. Big move for Belmonte to the right. Ball change.
Scores. Troop scored through 3 games. Under the leader through 2 games. Belmo leapfrogging him. Kyle strikes there.
Well, right now, Belmonte needs 1 strike in the 10th frame and good count, and he'll lock up the #1 seed.
Which means just 1 game, 1 match. Tomorrow, Group 1 final. As Braver misses the target significantly. As the top seed. So seeds 1 through 4 determined in our positioning round here today for Group 1. We'll have the same for Group 2 coming up. Next, live on CBS Sports Network. Part of 9 hours of live coverage of this great event. 5 shows in all.
For the win, for the lead rather, there's your #1.
He did it.
World #1 will be your #1 seed in the stepladder finals tomorrow. Oh.
Tomorrow.
Prather finishing up here. So Belmo down behind Kyle Troop in the first 2 games. Able to take the lead in game 3. Hold on to game 4. He'll be the top seed tomorrow. Just have to win the championship match. Race to 2. Boom! Boom, there it is. To take the Group 1 win. Top seed for Belmo. Belmo back on American soil and back as the top seed. He doesn't want anyone to talk about him not winning a 7th Player of the Year. And the first step toward winning this event for the 2nd time in his amazing career is complete. Top seed for Group 1.
Number 3, Tom Doherty, and number 4, Chris Prather for tomorrow's Group 1 semifinal.
Belmo, Troop. Prather, Doherty, top 4 seeds here for Group 1. Time to pick it out, Kyle. Time to pick it out. Who's better than this guy? Yeah. That was awesome. He's just awesome.
Definitely was not expecting that.
So now for Randy Peterson and the entire crew, Dave Ryan saying so long.
I was already
Back in a moment to wrap things up in our first show of the PBA Tour Final. Randy Peterson, the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long. We'll be back after the break to bring you more PBA action as we continue the PBA Tour Finals from here in Washington. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Belmo, Troop, Doherty, Prather. The top 4 Group 1 positioning is complete. Group 2 is on the way. More live coverage of the PBA Tour Finals continues. It's on the way here on CBS Sports Network. See ya in a minute.